In Italy, where 29 people are still missing from that cruise ship disaster, including 4 of the crew, and rescuers are running out of time to find them alive.
We have a live picture for you this morning of the Costa Concordia. There it is right there. There is also growing concern now about the fuel on board that ship and what happens if it leaks. Alan Pizzey is in Giglio, Italy, with the very latest on the disaster for us this morning and on the man who is getting much of the blame. Alan, good morning.
Good morning. Well, the captain of the Costa Concordia was whisked into court today for a hearing that's expected to last about 3 hours. It'll deal with charges that include multiple manslaughter and abandoning his ship. Francesco Schettini faces up to 15 years in jail if he's convicted. Underwater demolition experts blew 4 holes in the hull of the ship this morning to provide access to gathering points and areas that have not been reached, and make it safer for divers working in the long passageways. Newly released infrared Coast Guard video shows how passengers had to make a perilous descent down the hull on rope ladders to reach the life rafts. Rescuers are having to cope with a world turned on its side. Walls have become floors in a jumble of debris, a maze of corridors, restaurants, bars, spas, and recreation areas. Divers say it is disorienting to swim through passages and rooms that are sideways. The search now is for bodies. There is little, if any, hope of finding anyone alive. Among the missing are an American couple, Jerry and Barbara Heil from Minnesota. There are also fears of a potential ecological disaster. An anti-pollution barrier has been set up to contain any of the 2,300 tons of diesel fuel that could leak from the stricken ship. Recordings of conversations between the captain and Coast Guard authorities seem to confirm that he abandoned his ship well before all of the more than 4,000 passengers and crew were evacuated. "What are you doing?" the Coast Guard asked. "Are you abandoning the rescue? There are already bodies." At another point, the captain is ordered to go back to his ship and apparently refuses, claiming he cannot get back aboard because of the angle. Along with more amateur video of the chaos and confusion of the disaster, stories are emerging that it was the crew who took the decision to abandon ship because the captain would not act. The mounting body of evidence is going to make it very hard for the captain to escape any kind of conviction, it would seem. For his part, his lawyers say he's basically devastated at the loss of life, but still maintains that he did at least partially the right thing by turning the ship back to where it is now.
Alan, Charlie Rose here in New York. How large is this risk that you spoke of, the ecological risk?
It's real enough, Charlie, that they've called in and contracted a major company that is a Dutch company that are experts in dealing with oil slicks and spills and so on, and they're going to try and get the oil off of that. And if you can see over my shoulder, there's an orange barrier. That's been put up because they're very worried that if anything does come out, it's going to get on this coast. This island is a marine sanctuary for whales, dolphins, and porpoises. The reefs here are among the best scuba diving in Italy. It's a pristine, beautiful area, and anything coming out of that ship at all would be disastrous for this island and for the marine life around it. So they're very, very concerned because the damage to that ship is huge. And right now it's calm. Yesterday it was very stormy. If the waves start to batter it, if it slips off the ledge that it's on into deep water, they're very worried about it, Charlie.
Alan, thank you very much.